WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Time here in SVG, it is 8:11, and it's time for us to head into another commentary segment of our Activated Mornings program here on WEFM. With today being Monday, it means that we are joined by Dr. Gerald Thompson. Doc, morning.
Good morning to you. Morning. A very, very pleasant good morning to everyone here in St. Vincent and Grenadines. It has not started out well. I actually have some car problems at a garage, so I'm not in studio, and Roleza has encouraged me to come through StreamYard, which is, the method by which one could still participate. So I'm really pleased with that. I can still participate. So good morning to everybody. I know that a lot of persons are looking to hear what I might say. I have a lot to say, but I want to start off, obviously, by congratulating the NDP, congratulating Dr. Friday on becoming a new Prime Minister. And certainly, in terms of my own prediction, obviously, I was wrong, and I think that some of the topics you want to come out with today, I think we will bear out in some of the discussion. But look, I think that the NDP has to be really congratulated. I certainly had not expected 14-1, but a lot of analysis, I'm sure, is still being done, an assessment. So you see that coming out over a period of time. But I think that it's certainly important the country goes forward, and that we see the country continue to grow. The wishes of the people is paramount.
Okay. Good, Doc. Good. All righty. So I know that a few persons were calling. There is going to be a talk to us segment. Let me just let persons know, because I noticed that a few persons were calling, and there would be a talk to us segment. So, okay. All right. Let's set this call. All right, Dave.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you've been calling since Friday, so yeah.
So you keep me off the radio because I didn't want to hear me since Friday, eh?
No, because Friday wasn't for discussion. Friday was just about vibes. Okay?
Friday was just about what?
Vibes. It was about vibes, not no set of discussion.
Anyhow, you all did all your thing. Wait, is Dr. Thompson I heard there just now?
Yes, Dave. Yes.
Dr. Thompson, let me congratulate you for all your effort. And as the Prime Minister would have said, arguably.
Okay, Dave, 1 second. Dave, 1 second. You have something turned on in the background?
All right. Hold on a while. Who there? Turn off the television there for me, please. Anybody there? Yes, hold on. Yeah, yes. There's so much I want to listen to. I don't want to miss anything. But I just want to say this. I just want to make a general statement for now. Because somebody like me, thank God I fear no man. I fear no one. While we heard the talk about fear in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I fear no one, no matter how much mouth they have. I have a mouth too, and I could extend my mouth as if I want to. But let's look at the finer points. Let us look at us as a people. How much we love one another. How much we unite as one another. That is what I want to see coming from my country, but I know politics has destroyed that until what happened on the 27th of November. I know my people have been divided, one-sided, and could only have seen on one side for almost 25 years. And that's what I was always up against. I had a problem with that. Mm-hmm. Because we are a tiny nation. Mm-hmm. We all live together here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
All right, so your message is, all right, so this morning you want to see us come together, right?
But that's what I've been always saying.
Okay, all right, Dave, all right, Dave, we let the press.
Heard me,
Dave.
You ever heard me pulling down people? Calling into your program.
Let me go into my deep voice. Dave. We press for time. All right. So if there's anything extra that you want to say, we could take it up and talk to us. Okay.
Man, I have a lot to say, but I mean, you see, time doesn't permit. But I just want to wish. I just hope that a lot of our people who, as I say, like the break stick in their ears, would have gotten a different message. A new dispensation is in place. And I want to wish them well.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
So I hope everybody understand that. Dr. Thompson, congratulations for all what you did. Thank you.
All right. All right. Another caller. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Who's
Good morning, it's Mr. Thompson.
It's Queen?
Yes.
I did look. All right. Well, Queens, good morning. I didn't know you had such a nice singing voice.
But listen, I was saving that song. I said, if NDP win, I'm gonna come on the station and sing that song. I wanted to come on the Sunday program, but no Sister Ryan would have cut me off.
All right. Why you just do this? Just talk while you're talking. Come on, man.
Well, I'm surprised they win by 14-1. I expected them to win, as I said previously, but not 14-1. 3 seats that really surprised me is Maraqua, West St. George, and Central Leeward. Mm-hmm. And especially St. George and East St. George, where they lose by 1,000 votes. That really, really surprised me. So really, 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 it's a clean sweep. And what it shows is that there was a lot of people who put on the red shirt or just faking it. As Bob Marley says, man to man is so unjust, you don't know who to trust. So people were just pretending. But I think Gonsalve stayed on too long. It was an anti-Gonsalve vote. And everybody got to take the blame. They should have pushed Gonsalve out. They should not have let him run back again. They might have still lose, but not to that extent, I believe. I strongly believe. But is Thompson coming in the studio today?
He is there on the live listening to you, Queens.
Oh, so we're gonna hear his commentary next segment. All right, yes. I'm looking forward to hear that segment, his commentary. All right. Call back later. Bye.
Okay, bye, Queens. All right, what happened there? What is happening? Okay, even the music stopped. All right, there we go. All right, so don't know who that is. All right, so let's just get going a little bit with this. Okay, so I'm going to take this final call for this segment so that we could actually talk on the topic, and then we would come back after. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I am just giving my opinion here on what I think cost the Unity Labour Party the election, and I'm not disputing the results at all. I think it's reflected how people voted, but I think this is what cost.
Go ahead, caller.
were given a 2.5% increase. Then in November the 1st, you had a group of civil servants and teachers graduate. You know, they had an upgrade in compensation and benefit packages. And right at the end of November here, we also had public servants and pensioners who were given a one-time payoff, tax-free. I think going back to 3 months. And I heard no one talk about this. And I think this really was the cause for like a seismic shift. A lot of people got that and ran off to the next spot to grab the more money that it seems is being offered on the other side. I really think that's the cost.
Okay.
That was what caused the ULP, the general election. Thanks for taking my call and have a good day. Enjoy your program.
All right. Thanks very much. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So let's just quickly go into the topic. What do we expect to see under an NDP government? So, Dianna?
Well, what I would do is refer to the manifesto and some of the things that they had promised to us. So we're going to look forward to seeing teachers reinstated. Well, this one I'm actually interested to see. Remember how some of them had said before they weren't really interested in going back because now, life is more bountiful for them. So it'll be interested to see how many of these persons will accept and how many of them, even though they had changed their minds, about going back, if they will indeed accept the offer to go back. Of course, we're looking to see if, the 60-day plans, I think people are more looking forward to seeing the 60-day plans because it's the 60-day plans. And to be honest, some people was looking for VAT-free day today too. So they went as early as today saying, listen, you said VAT-free day first Monday in December and first in August, and we want it.
But did they mean it this, as in this year?
Well, them folks was looking for it. Yes, they did not forget that one. And they're looking forward to the 60-day plan because when NDP initially said these things that they're going to do within 60 days, we were like, yeah, sure, you can make it in 60 days. So we want to see what things are going to be like. I don't know if I could say how I think the ground is going to look now, but I'm hoping that aside from policies, aside from plans, aside from the government, that the supporters of the party will be humble. Yes, you've won and you won in a very significant way. And it was what a celebration, If you want to celebrate for the whole of December, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't want us to become the kind of people where we start behaving like we're in charge of this thing or we're moving in a particular. I just want us to live in peace, accept that we are all Vincentians and we have a new government, whether you like it or you don't like it. We have a new government and the only thing we could do is go forward. I don't know what you're going to do to get away from it, leave the country. I don't know, but I hope that NDP supporters will remain humble and not let yourself be accused of the very things you were accusing people of.
Okay. So that's Dianna's thoughts in terms of what she expects to see or she's hoping to see under an NDP government. Doc, let me hear from you.
Let me come in here. I too. What does 60 days really mean? It means the end of January. Now, we are actually in a phase to actually have a budget. The budget would have been prepared already. They wouldn't have carried the estimates to Parliament yet, but the budget basically is being prepared. It takes a very long time. So it would be interesting to see if the NDP carries what was the ULP budget to Parliament and delivers it, or if they now have to go through some fundamental changes, some quick changes to adjust and get their own brand and so forth on this budgetary process, and how long that may take, how long it may take the Ministry of Finance and the new Minister of Finance to actually do that because my impression, I don't know how elections would affect the budget, or whether they would go through a budget and then have a supplementary budget after and so forth. That's probably likely if they would pass some form of the budget and then do a supplementary budget after. But, the discussion of the budget based on ULP policies and ULP sub-projects and where they're doing things and so forth, you may see some need to adjust and change that. And I'm not sure how quickly that'll be done. At the 60 days, again, in terms of what you mentioned, the VAT-free day, and so I suppose that could come up. Gangs have to go out. Gangs have to go out very soon in terms of creating income for a lot of people, for probably 5,000 people who be on the roads and so forth. How is that going to be done? Whether there be a change up in the personnel or whether it is the same entities who are going out. But I think the fundamental thing, apart from the 60 days, is that the mandate, the 14-1 mandate, says that CBI, you could go ahead with it. Even though there was not in the manifesto a clear say we go into mainland China, that's basically on the offer. And certainly privatization, that process may also take some time, but privatization of various institutions and so forth, I imagine that the mandate is there to go through with that. I think people voted on those particular things too, if they had an understanding. And I think one can anticipate some substantial changes if we come to policy.
Okay. Oh, John.
Okay, so
sorry about that. The mechanic came, so but the program has the priority, and I'll deal with that first. Yeah.
Okay. So those are all your thoughts there, Doc?
Well, I think I have a lot more to say in relation to my own commentary. I didn't want to dominate this particular segment. No, it's certainly a lot more to say in terms of one. I mean, in particular, I express my congratulations to Philip Jackson. I really had not expected him. Philip used to work with me in my ministry before as one of my innovation advisors and so forth in science technology. Keisha Shallow, I purport to have given him his first job as an IT specialist when I was there as a minister. So I know these individuals. A number of them I do know. So that I realize that there's competencies. I may not agree with, as I expressed in the past, with all the policies that have been pushed, but I think that it's going to be important to give them the opportunity and the chance to really see what they can do. I will make some comments on this in the commentary in terms of the comparison of the NDP and the ULP's approach to the election and why this outcome may well have been the case. And I allow my commentary to go at that rather than dominating this first segment going into my commentary.
Okay, no problem, Doc, no problem. All right, so let me just give my thoughts with regards to what it is that I am hoping to see or expecting to see under an NDP government, right? Now, yes, we've all spoken about togetherness, so I'm totally on board with that. I think, in a way, the NDP has it slightly easy. And by this, I mean that the ULP has already paved the way with the bigger projects, right? And as I mentioned in the very first segment, the Prime Minister had the audacity to dream big. And in dreaming big, there were certain things that he visualized, he conceptualized. Of course, not just him alone, but it's his cabinet, etc. He had the audacity to dream big. And I think what is missing from what the NDP had proposed in their manifesto, even in plans that they were talking about, I didn't see an audacity to dream big project coming from them, right? Now, this works to their advantage in the sense where the ULP has already paved the way for certain things. Now, when it comes to the NDP, apart from maintaining or improving our economy. I think for them, what they would need to do is to work on the little things. Well, the quote unquote little things. The little things cost money too, have plenty of money, but it's going to be the little things. So like those things that we have issues with, like getting roads fixed, dealing with I'm not going to say fixing the hospital or building a new hospital. I think the healthcare system is what needs to be addressed of sorts, right? So it's getting those things in order, because they have just 5 years to prove themselves, right? And if they don't prove themselves in the 5 years, more than likely they will be voted out, all right? Truth be told, more than likely they face the possibility of being voted out. But given that the ULP has already paved the way for a lot of these capital projects, the NDP can now go in and try to work on the quote-unquote smaller things, all right? So that is one thing. I think coming from them, I would like to know if they've always been advocating for the Constituency Development Fund. I am curious now to know whether or not they are going to have this in place for the other 14 constituencies that are in opposition. So this is another thing that I am looking at, because it's one thing when you're in opposition to be advocating for something, and then when you become in power, do you still feel the same way, right? So I am looking out to see whether things like the Constituency Fund would also be developed, right? Are they going to look at things, the matter of integrity legislation? When the ULP administration came in back in 2001, they had said that this was going to be done. Many persons have asked about this. It was never done. Would the NDP actually consider this? Another thing as well, would they also, whether amongst themselves or maybe changing through a change of the referendum, would they now be advocating for there to be term limits on the leader of the party, right? Not necessarily for us to say, okay, it's 25 years or you're too long in government by party standards, but in terms of leadership, would they now be advocating for there to be term limits? Are these things that they are going to put forward, right? So those are just a few of the things that I note for the NDP. They are in power. They are saying that they are the party of change. Let's see how much change they are going to bring about by way of advancing our country. So it's the dawn of a new day. Let's see what happens. Nicole, I know it's Vinci politics, but anything you want to add?
Well, I had glanced at both manifestos. Of course, a transition is always such a sticky place to be in terms of moving forward and determining budgets, as Doc said. So a few of the things that might have been declared in the manifesto might, of course, I mean, it's humanly possible that it will be delayed, but I feel like it's a good opportunity now to really get Vincentians excited about what is that new era or dawning of a new era. I was looking on from a distance, and I was looking on with that interest as to what Caribbean politics is looking like, what regional politics is taking, what the shape of regional politics is looking like or becoming. And it's very interesting. I must congratulate the new party and the new Prime Minister and his team. And of course, it is also important to say thank you to whom I consider and the Caribbean considers as one of the older leaders in the region. So the thing is, we have to honor the fact that times change, things change, and it's time for new dispensation. So all the best to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and particularly all the best for regional politics, because we have to thrive together, we have to work together, and more importantly, we have to also construct something that will carry the region forward, that is not just progressive, but that is safe. And I think that's something we have to talk about more and more.
Okay. All righty. And we are going to head on out of this segment and be back at 8:45 with more commentary when we hear from Doc.